We'll see what happens. Trump ends week of Ukraine-Russia talks on a more tentative note. Washington. 1 week after President Donald Trump's summit with his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, the Kremlin seems in no hurry to build on progress that Trump said was made in his bid to end the war in Ukraine. Any momentum from their nearly 3-hour meeting in Anchorage, Alaska, appears to have slowed, though administration officials say they're not giving up on a solution and will keep working to broker an elusive peace deal. Russia's top diplomat said in an interview with NBC News on Friday that Putin is prepared to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, though the agenda for a sit-down is not ready at all. President Putin said clearly that he is ready to meet provided this meeting is really going to have an agenda, presidential agenda, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov told Meet the Press moderator Kristen Welker in an exclusive interview. That pronouncement seemed at odds with Trump's assertion Monday that he had spoken to Putin by phone and had begun arranging a meeting between the Russian leader and Zelensky. Once that meeting takes place, he said he would sit down with both men in pursuit of an accord. Speaking to reporters Friday afternoon in the Oval Office, Trump sounded more tentative about the next steps in stopping a war that began with Russia's invasion in 2022 and has since claimed about 1.5 million casualties on both sides. We'll see what happens, said Trump, who also held up a picture of himself and Putin that the Russian leader had sent him after the summit. I think over the next 2 weeks, we're going to find out which way it's going to go. And I better be very happy. In that 2-week period, he said, I'm going to make a decision as to what we do, and it's going to be a very important decision, and that's whether or not it's massive sanctions or massive tariffs, or both. Or do we do nothing and say, it's your fight? 2 weeks is a deadline that Trump often invokes when it comes to any number of policy goals, dating to his first term. Stopping a conflict rooted in ancient grievances over land and national identity is no small task. The impasse between the combatants centers on security guarantees for Ukraine, along with the fate of Ukrainian territory that Russia has tried to seize by force. Further delays could work to Putin's advantage, allowing his troops to cement gains made on the battlefield. One Western official said Lavrov's remarks have frustrated the White House, as they suggest that Russia may be backtracking on commitments that Trump believes he extracted from Putin. The Russians are just kind of rowing it back day by day, the official said. So it looks and feels like they're being played, which is frustrating to any president, but particularly to someone of President Trump's nature. Still, Trump administration officials said they aren't giving up on the prospect of a peace deal. Nobody is ready to throw in the towel, a national security official said, speaking on condition of anonymity. One of the things the president has been very clear on is that if there is a path to end this diplomatically in the near term, then he wants to seize it. There is no military solution to the conflict. The question is whether you have a diplomatic solution now or whether it takes the next 6 or 12 or 18 months to get to that standpoint. Trump raised hopes that a breakthrough might be in sight with his face-to-face meeting with Putin, followed by his sit-down 3 days later at the White House with Zelensky and European leaders. After that cross-country round of diplomacy, the path to a truce remains as murky as ever. In a social media post Thursday, Trump wrote that because Ukraine is largely defending its turf, it can't defeat Russia. A White House official, speaking on condition of anonymity, said the post was meant to signal that Ukraine will need to accept a deal largely on Russia's terms. Negotiations are unfolding against the backdrop of the White House's public bid to land Trump the Nobel Peace Prize. An unpopular figure in Europe, Trump would face tough odds even if he mediates an end to the war that's fair to Ukraine. Christian Tybring-Gjedde is a member of the Norwegian parliament who nominated Trump for the Nobel Prize in his first term. If he wants to have the Nobel Committee's attention, he has to create a peace that is based on the needs of Ukraine, Tybring-Gjedde said in an interview Friday. Ukraine has been invaded. It's been violated. They're now fighting for survival as a nation. Quote,